Okay, let's start the video. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. Nobody hit the Mega Man, so the Mega Man will be over 1 billion tomorrow night. So be sure to email me for a Dster and the breakdown if you want to hit the jackpot. And remember to follow the rule. For those of you who got the Dster, please follow the rule. And you have to attack the quadrants that I told you to attack, so you can hit that those numbers and maybe have a chance to hit those jackpot. Attack those numbers in that section of these I told you to. So please do that. And please donate, subscribe, share, and like my video if you haven't done so. And email me at the following email address for any game prediction or requests. And nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. And if you haven't clicked the join member video, please click the join member video. I'll be posting these over there. Remember, you have to hit that jackpot in order to hit that 1 billion. And if you hit the jackpot, you're gonna be rich. So please do so. And how many people want to hit the jackpot? How many people want to retire from their job and hit that jackpot? A lot of people want to do that because you cannot work 10 years and you still not gonna go get that 1 billion in your pocket. So rather than keep working and get tired, you can hit the jackpot and spend more time with your family and maybe go relax in somewhere and not be bothered, because it's very stressful if you have to go have no money. And if you hit the jackpot, you're stress free. Also think about that. And also the Mega Million, the Powerball I'll be talking about on this video is crucial, because notice what they did last draw, the billion that was hit for Powerball, because it could do that for Mega Man also. That's why I'm going to discuss that. Also, they could throw that Powerball numbers, the low numbers, into Mega Man for tomorrow night. And people do not tend to listen that both game is similar. You have to find a common denominator for both games. There will, from time to time, there'll be a common denominator for both games. The common denominator, I'm going to write down, note algorithm, the common denominator for both games, we'll be using common denominator. Common denominator for both games. If you have the common denominator for both games, you know if that number don't come out for that game, it won't come out for the other game. And if you come out for that game, it might come out for the other game. So find the common denominator for that game, you're gonna hit that jackpot. So common denominator is crucial. And I have said that 10, the only common denominator that cannot be used is 70. 70 cannot be used for the common denominator because 70 is not in the Powerball. And I'm not talking about the red ball or the gold ball. You cannot compare those. Only the white ball we need to compare for the common denominator, because the gold ball and the red ball use a separate lottery machine. You cannot combine those. And the red ball is 02. So you have these numbers, you're going to hit the jackpot: 10, 25, 27, 34, 38, and 2. If you look at these numbers, if I drop the 0, I lose the 10. If I drop the 2, I lose the 5. So you cannot drop any of the red digit numbers. And because if you drop the red digit number 2 or the 0, you're going to lose that 10 and 25. If you lose that 10 and 25, you're going to lose the chance of hitting that 1 million. Because if you can hit the jackpot, you need to hit that $1 million. $1 million is crucial also, because the next big prize after the first prize is the second prize. Second prize is not as big as the first prize, but it's still $1 million. So how many digit 0 is used? You have digit 2, digit 0 is used. How many digit 1 is used? You need to make sure you know how many digit 1 is used. Digit 1 is used 1 time. Digit 2 is used 2 times, 25 and 2. Digit 3 is used 2 times, 34, 38. Digit 4 is used 34. Digit 5 is used 1 time in 25. Digit 6 not used. Digit 7 is used one time in 27. Digit 8 used one time in 38. So if you add up these numbers, you should have a total of 12 corners. So if you don't have 12 corners, you're messed up. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 corners, so something is missing. So digit 1, 0, 2. 2 is used 3 times in 25, 27, and 02. So I messed up over there. So here are the digits that's used: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 7. Now you know that each draw, 12 corners have to be used. 12 corners has to be used. If you but you want to use the corners as high corner, so you do not spread out your corners in the Dster system. You want to overlap the corners, overlap the corners, so the 1 or 2 corner, or possibly more than 1 or 2 corner, becomes the hot corner, or even the hottest corner, meaning use more than 1 time. You want to use the corner more than 1 time, 2 times. Therefore, using the same corner instead of using 12 different corners, you use only maybe 6 or 8 different corners in the Dster to get the jackpot, because those numbers use the same corner. So for instance, your hot corner would be 2. That means because it was used 3 times. That means somewhere in Dster, if you have 25, 27, 02 close to each other, and you only have to use the digit 2 1 time, versus spreading out the corners and use the 25 in quadrant 1, 27 in quadrant 2, or 20 or the 02 red ball in quadrant 3. That's, for example, you don't want to spread out the corners. If you spread out the corner, that means that instead of using 25, 27, 02, instead of using 4 corners, you're using 6 corners to pick your jackpot. So using 6 corners is much harder than using 3 corners. You want to pick up 25, 27, and 2 within 4 corners, because 2 are in 2, 25, and 27. So digit 2 are in 2, 25, and 27. You do not want to pick those numbers within more than 4 corners. Now, we're going to go to the Dster right now. One of the Dster for Mega Man, 105794. Now, these are for Powerball. Now, you have 2 dead end digits. You want to place those numbers, the 7 and the 8, in the center first. You want to place it in the center first because you can block out the dead end numbers, 70, 71, up to 99. You want to block out those numbers. Those are not in the matrix. So the more number you block out, the more chances you have hitting the jackpot. So you have 7, 8 should be in the middle. Now you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta use those numbers correctly. Now let's go back to this. Remember, I got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 corners being used. That means last night's game was a little bit harder. Because it's not a 6 corner. It's not within 6 corner. It's within 8 corner. 8 corner is a little bit harder because might be more numbers. 8 corners should be utilized as a double number draw. There's no double number. 8 corners. Having 8 corners is much harder. It's much harder to pick numbers from, but it's doable if you use the Dster correctly. Set up a Dster and use the Dster correctly. You have 0. You have 1. I'm going to randomly put numbers in the Dster. So 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So having these numbers, you're going to have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 7. Now, the number that got drawn was 10. I have 10 going up and down. I have 25 going diagonal. I have 27 left to right. I have 34 going diagonal. And I have 38. I don't see 38, or do I see 38? Yeah, and I have 38 going from left to right. You see, that means I did not have to move the corners around like I did with Mega Man Draw to make the best possibility of getting the right Dster or picking the right numbers in the Dster. So that means that these numbers would have gotten you the jackpot if you had this section 0724 1835. So if you have this number in the Dster, you would gonna hit the jackpot 0724 1835. So you had this number, you would have hit the jackpot last time because the order number was there. I'm gonna copy it into the grid system. Those number in there, I'm gonna copy it. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to copy it. And 0. Seven two four 1835 0724 1835. Now, even though there's 8 coordinates, you can tell in this section right here. Even though there's 8 coordinates, you can tell in this section right here that you don't have 70, 71, 78, 72, 73. You don't have 80, 81, 87, 82, and 83. You already block out 10 number in the Dster. You're blocking out 10 number in the Dster. Those numbers are not being used versus those numbers not being blacked out. So the next number, the more chances of you picking the jackpot. Let's start with the 0 first. 01, 07, 08. You have 10, 17, 18. You have 23, 24, 25, 27, and 28. So you have so far 11 numbers for 30s. See what I mean? 32, 34, 35, 37, and 38. For 40s, you have 42, 43, and 45. For the 50s, you have 52, 53, and 54. So once again, I'm going to put the 45 there to make it even. So you're going to see that total number in the matrix is 22 number. Impressive. Why? Because you block out 10 number by placing a digit 7 and digit 8 over in the middle, or finding the Dster that have the 7 and the 8 in the middle versus the 7 and 8 in the outer corner, where you only block out less numbers versus more numbers. So that means you have 10 number without placing a digit, 7 digit, and the 8th digit in the center, versus putting out the 7 digit and the 8 digit in the left or right corner. You will not have lose 10 number in the matrix. You would have additional maybe you could have even 58 and 50 in the matrix. You could possibly have added that in the matrix, adding more than 22 number in the matrix. Now, next step, if you look at the grid, only have 22 number versus 69, so 47 number is not used. That's 33% of the number being used. Also, only 33% of the number being used and picking your matrix. Remember, if there's less coordinate, you're gonna have. I have shown you that you only have 15 number in the matrix, 16, 17 numbers, 5, 6 number less because there were only 5 or 6 coordinate games, or even 7 coordinate games. Now, because 8 coordinate games, no way of bringing it down to 22 number. 22 number would be your best solution for last night's draw for Powerball. And let's look at the 8. If you look at the 8, it appears 4 times 38, 28, 18, and 8. So you're going to see that the 8 will have 4 times. That means 25% of picking the number with the digit correct, which is 38 was the number that was drawn. That means you have 25% of picking digit 8 correct. Now we're going to look at which of the digit is the highest percentage number drawn. You got, when you set up the matrix, you got to look through where is the highest percentage number drawn. You're going to attack the highest percentage number drawn digit first. And 25% so far is the highest percentage, would be one. So far is the highest percentage because I didn't go through every single digit. And you have, let's look at the corner digits. Look at 7. You have 37, 27, 7, and 17. 7 also uses 4 times, so 25% of picking the digit 7 correct on the first shot. So now let's look at the digit 0. I have 0, 1, 7, 8, and 10, also 25%. Now let's look at digit 1. I have 17, 18, 1, and 10. So that means that all the number, or most of the number, or few of the number that was used, there's few of the number because only the number that uses 25% are the digits 0, 1, 7, and 8. Those utilize less number because 25, 27, 28, 32, 23, and 52, and 24, that's less than 25% of getting drawn, maybe 10%. That's how many digit 2 are being in a Dster, being set in a Dster. 52, 25, 27, 23, 28, 32, 24, and 42, 8 digit 2 number in the Dster. So if 8 number digit 2 in this setup, you divide that 100% by 8, which is 12%. So you have 12% of picking the digit 2 correct. Now, since the digit 2 is being used 2 times in the Dster, that was drawn 2 times from 25, 27, you would increase it from 12% to 24% of picking the first digit number with the digit 2 correct. That means it's still 1% lower than 25%. So all your number that has 25% of being drawn are 7, 4, 0, 1, and 8. They all have 25% of being drawn. They all have 25% being. Now, we need to go through those numbers. For example, I'm going to set up the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. We have 27 being drawn. Now, if I use a 7, for example, I have 7, 27, and 37. 7, 27, and 37. So I have 7, 7, 7, 4 lines, 17, 4 lines, 27, 4 lines, and 37, 4 lines. So I have 20, 10, 27, 37, 10, 17, 30, 27, and 37. So that means I cover these combination. If I cover these combination with 10, with 7, look at the left-hand side, 7, 17, 27, and 37, I will hit the 17 by cover. I will have hit the 27 by covering every single number in that Dster that has the digit 7. I would increase my chance by covering all the time. That means it will cost you 32. 4 times 4 is 16. That means it will cost you $32 to cover these set of combination. You can do 3 7s, 317, 327, or 337. Now, next step, if I were to go even on a higher chance, and I would have to look at the next number being used as a high percent number. The next number being used as a high percent is the digit 8. So I would have to cover the 8 with 38, right? I would have to cover the 18, 8, and 28. 18, 8, and 28. On each of those 4 lines, I would have to cover that. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I have to cover that. I'm going to copy it. Copy it. And then copy. I have to pay all these. And then on the second highest combination being drawn, if I look at the 27, voila, I will have hit the 27 and 38. You see, I would have hit the 27 and 38 in the Dster. Let's go back to the sheet. I don't have the sheet. Oh, I have the sheet here. There we go. Not this one. Yeah, this one. I will hit the 27 and 38, attacking the 2 highest percentage number drawn, 7 and 28. Next step, the next high percentage number drawn, I will have the digit 0 and digit 1. I have digit 0 and digit 1. So for instance, if you can spread out more lines, the better. So let's say you want to spread out more lines, and you want to do 17 on 6. You want to do 27, number 27 on 16 lines, the 7 on 16 lines, and the 27 on 69, and the 37 on 16 lines. You want to do 7, 17, 27, and 37 on 16 lines. Because why will you need 4 lines? Because the highest percentage number being drawn are 25%. So you don't need more than 4 lines. Because 25, 50, 75, and 100. So you have 100%. So don't need more than 4 lines to cover the combinations. So that means if you want to do 27 on all lines, that's possible. You know, do each of the 4 sevens on 69, that's possible. It would be even better. Why? Now all 27 would be used 4 times with 8, 28, 38, 18. Now you go to the 27 with the 8, 18. You want to do that. The next highest percent number drawn is 0. So you have 0, 7. Let's look at the 1. You have 10, 17, 18, and 1. 10, 17, 18, and 1. So you have to cover all the combinations of 1. Sorry about that. What? 1. 10. 1, 10, 17, and 18. You're going to do that with the 27 and 18. Also 1, 10, 17, 18. You're going to do that with the 27, 8. Also 1, 10, 17, 18. And you're going to do that with the 27, 28. 1, 10, 17, 18. You're going to go do it down. You're going to hit 3 numbers: 27, 38, and 10. Do you see that? 28, 27, 38, and 10. Because you have that will only cost you $32 per 27, $32 per 17, $32 per 7, and $32 per 37. So that means it will cost you $128 to cover all those combinations and guarantee you 3 numbers match. You can keep pushing it down to guarantee more numbers. So if you once you guarantee up to 5, guarantee up to 5 numbers, it doesn't matter how much you spend, you're in the upper hand, you're in the profit. Even though you don't hit that jackpot, you will still hit $1 million. That means you're 2 balls away. For this line number 12, you're 2 balls away from hitting that jackpot. You have 2 balls away from hitting that jackpot, or $1 million. So it doesn't matter how much you spend, 500, because you're gonna get the $1 million anyway. So $500 is nothing when you're hitting the $1 million. Then after taxes, you still way ahead of the game. So you want to do that when you need the Dster. You need the Dster set up. Don't have the Dster set up, you're not gonna hit that jackpot. And I would do this 30 for Mega Man. If nobody hit for tonight's draw, I'm going to do this 30 for Mega Man so you guys can see it. Same for Mega Man also. That this is high percentage number being drawn. Remember, the highest percentage number being drawn should be the first choice to pick from it, not the highest percentage number being drawn. You do not want to use that first. That means you do not want to use 32 first. You don't want to use the digit 2 first, because digit 2 is used 8 times. You're going to have 8 times 4 lines, which is 32 lines versus 16 lines. You don't want that. You don't want to start with the digit 2 first. You want to start with that first. Because when you start with that first and you cannot afford that much, then you do not have to add more lines. Because some people cannot afford that, because even though it's not guaranteed, this increases your chance of hitting that jackpot. You have this hit 3 times. Now, you can email me, click the join member video. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. Donate, subscribe, share, and like my video. Click on either icons to donate. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. So please do email me. I'll be glad to send you the game prediction for either game. So